right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here this afternoon for another edition of the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode. Our second trip to the Daytona International Speedway will come today, and it is also going to be the shortest race of the season here today. Just an 80-lapper at Daytona, our third 50% race out of 4 so far this season. As we're in the second half of our regular season currently, Keegan Schneider comes in with a massive lead in the regular season standings. Obviously, the most winningest driver so far this season as well, with now 11 wins on the year. Let me pull up my stats so far and read those off. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content if you're just tuning in as well. Whether this is well after we have finished the live stream or as of right now still running this live stream. R6R6, Jacob Gaming and Vlogs, welcome to the stream. It's Daytona time, boys, indeed. Second race at Daytona this year. This is going to be the Daytona 200, I guess. Under the lights, 200 miles, 80 laps in this race. It is going to be a sprint. 4 times tire wear to fuel consumption for this race. And our driver for the career mode, of course, me, Keegan Schneider, comes in with 11 wins on the season. 13 top 5s, 13 top 10s coming into tonight's race through the first 14 races of the season, and an average finish at 2.2. I mean, this is just insane right now, what we have been able to do so far this season. Literally video game stats. But let's see what we can do here today. Jackson Thomas, Patrick Chatterley, welcome to the stream as well. We might not have the NASCAR Fantasy Podcast today. I've been trying to get my notes around here recently, and I don't know if I'm going to have them in by the time I get this stream over with, and I want to do the stream today so I can go to bed fairly early tonight. So that way we could potentially, not guaranteed, but we could potentially run a NASCAR Heat 5 Cup race again tomorrow on the channel, even though I have to work. So let's get on into this, and we'll see where we go. Start at the rear, no practice, no qualifying. Keegan Schneider 2 for 2 in the Super Speedway so far this season, winning the Daytona 500 and winning the Geico 500 at Talladega. Joey Logano will be starting at the pole. Only driver to drop to the rear for the start of the race will be Eric Jones in the 20. And I think that's my mom sweeping the hallway right now. So, so if you hear a sweeper in the background, then or something very, very loud, it would be a sweeper background. That was bad timing. Green flag in the air. We're underway at Daytona. 24 laps in stage 1. That's it. You guys will have to pit at least once, maybe twice in this opening stage. 267 fantasy points, my goodness. Yes, I'm off to a hot start. I was only 20 points off from the most of any entry in any league in the fantasy live app. I had a very solid day. I had 5 in the top 6, and I had a ton of bonus points too. The only driver in the top 5 I didn't have was Chastain, which I very well could have if I just would have listened to my own advice with the Chastain pick, because I did say he was one of my sleeper picks, and sure enough, he ended up finishing 3rd and had a great day. Kind of wish did not have a good day, but I was able to put him in the garage and put Kurt Busch in my starting lineup before the end of stage 2. Matt DiBenedetto getting to the lead. Joey Logano was able to lead lap 1 from the pole. Benedetto quickly up to 2nd place. Schneider is already up to the 26th position off of turn 4, coming to lap 3 at the start-finish line. 2 more Super Speedway races until the playoffs, so a chance for maybe a wild card winner here. We also got another road course race at Road America before the playoffs as well. They're trying to keep this ungodly statistical season alive with possibly another win here today at Daytona. Ethan, welcome to the stream. Nope, no practice, no qualifying. Because I knew if I was going to qualify, I was probably qualify outside the top 30 anyway, so I didn't bother wasting my time with it. We could very well see another wild finish at Daytona. That is true. Remember last year in our summer Daytona race, the regular season finale at that time in the rookie season was won by David Reagan. So that was a full race. This is 80 laps. It was in a photo finish. Keegan Schneider came up with a very close second place. Look at Gaines. He is making it again down the back straightaway. Dark Crypto, welcome to the stream as well. Full afternoon stream for the second straight day. Means it's a holiday weekend, so hopefully most of you guys are enjoying your day off. They're trying to punk draft Joey Gase right now. Rick Ware Racing's got a car up to 11th place in the early going. He's supposed to qualify pretty well. Also, Penske guys have already been up here. We know Logano was on the pole. Ryan Blaney's up to second, a three-time Super Speedway winner now. He just won the summer race at Daytona a couple of weeks ago. Schneider had a good run off of turn 2, got into the back of Stenhouse though, and kind of stalled his own run out, giving the outside some more momentum. Matt DiBenedetto, also a Penske affiliate, has already led a lap today for the Wood Brothers. He is locked into the playoffs with a win at Chicagoland earlier on this season. Schneider making that huge dive under Logano, had to get out of the gas so he didn't pass below the WO line though. Briscoe will easily win Rookie of the Year. Yeah, most likely. He hasn't locked it up yet, but I don't see Alfredo catching him at all. Yeah, hey, there you go. No more boredom, at least for the next hour or so. Maybe even less. This race is going to fly by. Definitely going to be the shortest race of the season. And underneath Logano, Ryan Preece, 3 wide through the triangle, quickly jumping up to block Logano and pick up Blaney in the draft. Now he's up the middle. He made a little contact with Ryan Newman. That just completely stalled his run out. Logano down low. Schneider almost blocked him and hops in line between Logano and Ty Dillon now. Trying to pump draft Ryan Newman. Tyler Reddick now leads this race. Yeah, Chastain, if he was going to be eligible, yeah, for sure he could have made it through. But he was running as a back marker for a while, and technically for points too, when he was running for those back marker teams. Only welcome to the stream. It's hard to qualify super speedways because you have the draft. Yeah, for some reason on NASCAR Heat, like there's other games that you can qualify in super speedways perfectly fine, but on NASCAR Heat, on the hardest difficulty, unless you have like the perfect custom setup, which I don't, you're not going to qualify well. Somebody got the wall up in turn 4 at the back of the pack, and that will bring out our first caution of the day at lap number 8. So our first caution at lap 8 has knocked Chase Elliott out of the race. May have blown a tire and slapped the outside wall off the exit of the corner, or maybe just blew an engine. Pit stops for the first time today. Everybody going to top off on fuel. They're going to take 4 fresh tires as well. Reddick was in the lead at the time of the caution. Tim Merton, welcome to the stream. Woke up and found this. Hey, there we go. Got 11 people watching already. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Monday afternoon racing holiday weekend. And actually, it's Justin Haley in the lead, not Tyler Reddick, so excuse me on that one. Green flag back in the air, though, at Daytona. 13 laps to go in stage 1. Schneider trying to give a push to Clint Boyer and get him going in this outside lane. 3 wide out of his rear view as he drops in line now down to the bottom behind Jimmy Johnson in front of Logano, hanging Boyer out to dry. See if Boyer can slide in line. Nope, not going to be able to. Schneider going to side draft him and tuck in line himself, and now he's underneath Jimmy Johnson. They're 3 wide for second place down the back straightaway. Logano going to bump draft the 99. On that inside lane, Johnson holds clear for second place again. Off to a rough start so far this season for Jimmy. He made the playoffs last year and actually made it to the round of 12 in the playoffs last season. Won at Texas earlier on in the year. With just 12 laps to go in stage 1, we're definitely cutting down to the wire for a possible playoff point. Logano and Schneider keep trying to work this outside lane. Now they both drop to the bottom in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Schneider trying to get a run off the back of the 48 car. And he's going to pull to the outside of Johnson, trying to side draft him down the back straightaway. Hold him back quite a bit. Now he's getting a pull off of Justin Haley in front of him. He's not going to be able to clear Johnson. There's a little contact that's going to stall the run out for the 99. And Jimmy holds clear again. Can Johnson get the run he needs to challenge Haley for the lead? Johnson, Logano working down low. Logano slides up now in front of Schneider on the high side. Schneider gets a run to cross him over down the back straightaway as Jimmy is still underneath the 16 of Justin Haley. Schneider going to try to beat him both to the inside. 3 wide for the lead now through turns 3 and 4. Logano pulls to the bottom to push to the 99. Johnson gets loose in the tri-oval and makes contact with the leaders. And even with the contact, the 99 is going to get to the lead as Johnson's the one that's going to fade back. 10 laps to go now in stage 1. First lap led for Schneider on the day. And now he's going to have to block for dear life to try and get another playoff point with a stage win. Haley going to battle back on the outside again. You know, Logano's really strong on these super speedways. The Fords in general can be, as well as Bubba Wallace. And Wallace is on the inside with a push from Ryan Newman. 3 wide for second place on back. And Logano was there on the high side. Help from Jimmy Johnson. Johnson put back in the sucker hole in the middle again. Logano to the lead. Jacob Walton, welcome to the stream. Kevin Harvick fan, welcome as well. Schneider gets loose into 1. Bounced off the apron, and now Bubba Wallace is going to get to the inside. 3 wide for the race lead. Schneider is sandwiched right now between Logano and Wallace. Wallace is all clear. Momentum was lost. They're trying to get the momentum back into turn 3. Pulls clear the 6 of Newman. All over the back of Wallace now up the exit of turn 4. We've had 1 caution already back on lap 8, but we have not had the big one. Top 3 on the high side. 8 to go in stage 1. Ryan Newman trying to build up a path on the bottom. Schneider now trying to bump draft the 43 of Wallace. He shoots down in front of Newman, and Newman's going to give the 99 a shot. Didn't get as big of a launch as he probably thought he could have. They're down low. Wallace still up high. Side by side into turn 3. No help for Bubba Wallace. Logano's a few car lengths behind him compared to the 2 on the bottom that are bump drafting. And Newman is going to shoot Schneider to the lead off of turn 4, second lap led of the race. For Keegan Schneider now, 7 laps to go in stage 1. Newman going to hold back, try to get a run. Custer in the mix. 3 wide from 4th on back. Logano still up there on the high side. Truex now also in line behind the 22. Ryan Preece is trying to lead the middle. Schneider stayed up high a little too long, and Ryan Newman's going to get to the lead. William Byron in the mix, another one of those better super speedway drivers over the last couple seasons, as well as Michael McDowell. Defending real-life Daytona 500 winner, and now we have our second caution of the race with just 6 laps to go in stage 1. You picked Hamlin to win, but you took him out of the fantasy at the last minute. Oh, man. That's a heartbreaker. Gotta stick with your gut. I used to second guess myself. I don't anymore. So Schneider's going to stay out of the pits so he can restart from the lead. Everybody else is going to top off on fuel. He doesn't want to risk losing spots on pit road. And he should have enough gas to make it to the end of stage 1. We're only going to have a few laps to go. I had to guess probably 3 laps left on the restart. Green flag back in the air. Schneider on older tires. But now he's got the track position. Trying to win the opening stage of the race. Such a strong season so far. With the number 99, he's looking for his 20th stage win of the year. Right now, he's just trying to block Cole Custer on the inside lane. Single file on the bottom right now through 3 and 4. Through about the top 6 or 7. Now Truex pulls out of line for a brief moment, pulls back in. Now he's going to lock bumpers with the 22 of Logano. Again, they pull back down to the inside. And back to the high side in the center of the tri-oval. Logano and Truex have a major run going into turn 1. And he's going to check both lanes. Have the mechanical grip that these other cars behind him do and having a little bit older tires. What a call. Staying out now, he will have to pit during the stage break, so he may lose all his track position, but he is fighting for the playoff point. Adding on 10 more regular season points if he can get the stage win as well. Stage points awarded for the top 10. Coming to the final lap of stage 1. Schneider now trying to block 3 lanes at once as Bubba Wallace is going to shoot through into the middle. Getting a push from Justin Haley in the 16, who is a very great super speedway racer in the Xfinity Series, and actually his first career win came in a summer Daytona event back in 2019. Wallace shoots down to the bottom. Half a lap to go now. Cole Custer back in the mix on the bottom lane again. Schneider going to pull down the block. 3 by 3 from second on back into turns 3 and 4. Logano up high with the run. Schneider down low, and here comes Custer. He's squeezing Custer off of turn 4. Contact is made as they touch back to the line. Schneider knocks Custer out of the way. They're 4 wide into the tri-oval, and Schneider's going to win stage 1. A very dirty block on Cole Custer coming off of turn 4 to hold the stage victory. Custer lost the momentum. Wallace shot the gap again, as well as Ryan Newman up the middle to go 4 wide. Just goes to show you can block quite like that. I don't know how they didn't wreck. They made it to the end of stage 1 without the big one. And now we're going to be seeing pit stops. 20th stage win of the season for Schneider. Man, oh man. Green flag back in the air. Schneider went to block high at the end of the stage in the middle of 3 and 4 because Logano and Truex had a major run. He was able to block them, but when he came back down to the bottom, Custer was there. He knew he was there. He doored him off of turn 4, trying to break the momentum. And luckily, it didn't slow him down. It slowed Custer down instead. And He was able to hold on. Also lucky he didn't turn himself as well. That could have very well happened if he just would have been a few inches maybe further ahead when he made that block. Back Ace, welcome to the stream. I don't plan on doing a doubleheader today. I've not made a trip to the golf course yet. I plan on going after this. And if we do, it's going to be with the NASCAR Fantasy Podcast later tonight. It has of right now. We might have to postpone that till tomorrow. It won't be at the regular scheduled time, I'll tell you that. That's your Chatterley down to the check. Give you that playoff. Well, we got it. Actually, everybody pitted at the end of the stage, too, which I'm kind of surprised. Only running 3 laps there, but that just goes to show 4 times fuel and tire wear that is the case. 2 cautions per incident so far. Cole Custer trying to get the middle lane going. Chris Buescher all the way on the high side. Ryan Newman on the bottom behind the 99 of Schneider. Justin Haley, who has been in the top 5 virtually all day. Second in line, on the high side. Perfect day for it. We'll have one before I go to Bristol. It just won't be today. Where did Chris Buescher get that run? On the high side. Schneider trying to get another run himself and draft behind Buescher. Ryan Newman got underneath him, even with Cole Custer trying to give him a push. Into the middle now, 3 wide. Side draft to Newman. Hanging out the 17 of Chris Buescher. And Newman now going to pull up to block Schneider. Schneider's going to clear the 17 of Buescher. Newman's going to lose the bottom, and here comes David Reagan. Won at Daytona in the night race in the regular season last year. Newman gets shuffled into the middle. Schneider barely had enough room to get to the outside. It's going to get tight into turn 3. How did Newman get back ahead of the 36 car? He just kind of lost his momentum somehow off of turn 4. Reagan and Schneider split him 3 wide, and Newman powered himself back to the lead by the time they got back to the start-finish line at the end of the last lap. Probably shooting on Thursday being the next online lobby. This coming Thursday. If that works for you guys down in the chat. That run, Schneider back to the bottom in front of Byron. Oh, when he just got ahead of Reagan. Luckily the caution came out because Reagan side drafted it perfectly to hold the 99 through clearing him. Our 3rd caution of the race. Oh boy. Only 1 driver is going to pit, and that's Jimmy Johnson right now. Got 48 laps to go. Chase Elliott's still the only driver out of the race. And Schneider's going to pit as well from 2nd place. He sees Jimmy Johnson pitting. He says, well, I'll top off on fuel as well. Kyle Busch is also going to pit. Making the late dive. Eric Almirola's going to pit. So is Ryan Newman. Race leader just hit pit road as well. So the top 2 hit the pits, and then a few other drivers in the middle of the pack also pit, leaving the top 34 cars to stay out on the racetrack. David Reagan will restart from the lead. Green flag back in the air late in stage 2 at Daytona. 14 laps to go in the 2nd stage to be exact. And the top 34 could only go about 7 more laps on fuel. Surprised more cars did not pit there. Everybody will have to pit before the end of the stage regardless anyway. Just going to quickly drop into the bottom, even if it meant him losing a couple spots initially. Does have Kyle Busch in the 18 right behind him. That could help. Busch going to give him a shot. Newman's a little loose down the back straightaway. Back to 3x3 racing as Daytona seems to bring quite often. especially at this current super speedway package. We've seen the big one on our super speedway races this season in the first two. They have all come late in the race. We have just over 40 laps to go right now, even though we're still in stage 2. Reagan leading the field, trying to make the playoffs like he did a season ago, winning at Daytona. Oh, Schneider got into Harvick. He pulled out of line way too late. Harvick got sideways, stays in the gas, and hangs on to it. That stacked up Kurt Busch behind, who also had to get out of the gas. Now Harvick is in the middle. Schneider gets underneath it. Busch Tyler Reddick. There's a side draft Bubba Wallace. Will get under him and put him 3 wide middle into the trial. Blaney doesn't have a lot of help in the middle lane up there as well. Trying to get a draft off of Priest, but all those cars around him, he's getting side drafted. Schneider's going to try to pick Blaney up. Now Blaney moves high. Schneider went up the middle to pass a couple cars, finds himself back down on the double yellow line on the bottom of the racetrack into 3. Blaney somehow got to the bottom right behind the 99 as well. Dangerous to be in the middle of the pack, especially with a short race like this where the intensity has been through the roof since he dropped the green flag. Tried to side draft Chris Buescher, instead just pulled to the bottom behind Chad Fincham again. Yeah, NASCAR 08 and 09 have the scoring tickers. And it's 3 wide middle all of a sudden. Joe Gase trying to get to pit road. So 10 laps to go in stage 1. Had about 2 drivers pit early that time. They're not going to have a lot of drafting help. Remember, 5 cars hit pit road during the caution. Schneider up the middle. 3 wide with Austin Dillon. Michael McDowell, what a move to get back to the bottom again. Oh, and Bobby Carter, he gets loose into turn 3. Gets into Carter. Carter slides into the outside wall and saves it after he tagged the right rear. Everybody checks up behind to try and avoid the wreck. Multiple cars now coming down onto pit road as well. Schneider rockets through on the outside to get to the lead at the line. I think William Byron's out of gas. Either that or he just lost a ton of momentum and somehow Schneider was able to get around him. And there's David Reagan and Joey Gase, who came to pit road the lap prior. They'll go a lap down. I still think William Byron's out of fuel back there. And that's why Schneider's pulling ahead from the pack. From about the dozen or so cars that still did not pit. Remember, there are 4 other drivers back there that have not pit yet either. So you'd have to assume they're going to catch Schneider in the draft eventually here. Jimmy Johnson, one of those drivers, is about 3 seconds off the lead now. Well, this could trap a lot of drivers a lap down. 8 laps to go in stage 2. Side-by-side cars coming out of the pits. Oh my goodness, trouble! Custer gets ran into, and how did he save that car? And it wasn't Joey Gase, it would have been the other lap car. David Reagan got into the back of Custer. Lap cars are side by side coming out of the pits. There was really no room.
Still there.
Haley's going to go a lap down. He's going to try to draft with Denny Hamlin.
Still there.
Said he's going to go to the bottom. Oh, trouble. Car in the wall up in turn 4. It's Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon has hit the wall. He has spun. And now we have a caution trapping a large portion of the field a lap down. Hamlin will get the free pass in 18th. Now more cars hitting pit road here. The ones who were on pit road were the luckiest because they stay on the lead lap and they will not have to pit during the caution. This race has just been turned up on its side. With the strategy and really everything else in between. Our fourth caution for incident in the race. Schneider is going to stay out of the pits. We're only going to have a couple laps to go in the restart, so he'll restart from the lead again. Hold on to it, with practically everybody on fresh tires behind him. Brad Keselowski, along with Ryan Blaney, will be second and third on the restart. Flag back in the air at Daytona. Schneider trying to sweep the stages. Got 4 laps to go in stage 2. He is going to be very, very close on fuel. He's definitely pushing it. Last stage he was about 2 laps to the good, so he knew he could make it. This stage, on the other hand, it's going to be a lot closer. Great restart for Ryan Blaney as well, getting past his Penske teammate Keselowski. We'll see if he'll move to the outside in front of him to try and get a run. Top 2 kind of pulling away here. Houth in third, Boyer behind him on the inside. Keselowski did not take off well on that outside lane, stacked up William Byron behind him as well. We'll be coming to 3 laps to go in the stage. Will Schneider have enough fuel? He's not going to be able to save any fuel without any drafting help with him running at the front. Look at Keselowski up the middle. Help from Matt DiBenedetto. Brad fell so far back, he came out of nowhere to shoot himself back in a battle for the lead. And Boyer was the one who really got held out to dry. I don't know where DiBenedetto went. He gave Keselowski that massive shot, and he faded back in the middle lane. It's now Josh Bilicki's on the outside behind the 2 car. Behind the 12 of Blaney on the bottom is Eric Almirola for Stewart-Haas Racing. A lot of cars battling for 19th to get the free pass at the end of the stage as well. 2 laps to go in stage 2. Schneider just praying he's got enough fuel. Well, he does or not, he's going to have to block the pack here. Maybe we'll get a caution before they get back to the green-white checkered flag. Still not had the big one. 4 cautions for incident, though, in a shorter race. They were 4 wide coming through the tri-oval at the end of stage 1 last time. What's going to happen this time? Schneider just made the block on Keselowski and barely able to block Blaney on the bottom as well. Stalling both lines out for Eric Almirola to get the run in the middle. Brad Keselowski with another run up high, and he's alongside the 99 for the lead. Contact in the middle of the pack. Almirola loses a lot of ground, and Brad Keselowski's going to get to the lead down the back straightaway. Schneider trying to side draft the 7 car of Josh Bilicki. Can Blaney give Schneider enough of a shot to get to Brad Keselowski to win the stage, and does Schneider have enough fuel to get there? Brad up high. Schneider down low. Can't get the run off turn 4. Brad Keselowski will win stage 2 at Daytona. Schneider does make it on fuel to finish second. But what a last lap pass by Keselowski to win the stage off of turn 2. Had enough of a run as they were 3 wide. Schneider couldn't block all 3 lanes at once. I think Schneider's just glad he made it on fuel at that point, even with not really being able to draft from anybody in front of him to help save gas. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel coming again. Free pass went to Joey Logano in 19th. He's got a strong car. He's led some laps at multiple occasions already today. That is the first stage win of the season for Brad Keselowski. He doesn't have a race win so far this year either. So we'll see if maybe that could eventually transfer him into the playoffs. Green flag back in the air. Keselowski spins the tires on the restart. Schneider trying not to beat the leader to the line. That just completely stalled every single lane out. And Brad still gets to the lead with the 7 of Bilicki pushing him. Schneider Hops down to the bottom. Lost one spot. Oh my goodness, just moves across the 21. There's a ton of Fords up at the front of the field right now. Keselowski, DiBenedetto, Blaney. Look at the run Schneider is getting from Matt DiBenedetto. Now they swing to the high side. Keselowski going to try to block. Now Schneider's going to go low. Brad could not pull the double block off. He gets side drafted. Schneider to the lead with 27 laps to go. DiBenedetto just about turned it. And Matty D is trying to go up the middle as he tries to fight for his second win of the season. Almirola, two-time Super Speedway winner in the Cup Series, giving Schneider the push on the inside. I don't think he's clear of the 21 car yet. Now he is into 3, and Almirola lets go. Goes wide to try and block DiBenedetto up high. Back to the bottom. Just stalled the inside lane out. Schneider back up high though to block DiBenedetto. Seems like this has been the race of the 3 super speedways so far this season that has been the toughest for Schneider to lead a ton of laps. Kyle Busch got shuffled out of line in the middle. Got sideways into turn 3. He catches the race car. Kevin Harvick hopped in front of him and somehow is challenging for the lead as well. Just look at all these Fords up here. My goodness. Benedetto still trying to hang on up high. And the Toyota in that 99 leading them all at the start-finish line. 25 laps to go at Daytona. BJ McLeod inside the top 5. Shatter of the late block in the center of the corner on Almirola. He entered the corner high. He knows that speed the 4 of Harvick's got. A lot of these drivers at the front of the field looking for their first win. Outside of really DiBenedetto and Schneider. I guess Kyle Busch has a win as well. Had 4 cautions per incident. And in an 80-lap race, it's actually quite a bit. I don't think we're done with the yellows yet. And we have still not seen the big one, which has come out at the end of these super speedway races a lot this season. Through the first 2. 2 of them at the end of the 500. 1 at the end of the Geico 500 at Talladega. Next race at Homestead Miami Speedway, staying in the Sunshine State. A few hours south of the Daytona International Speedway. Hopefully get to that race tomorrow night on the channel. If not, we'll end up running the Busch Series race at Richmond on NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. But planning on doing the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode again tomorrow. Joseph Ben, welcome to the stream. I am very excited for the game. Hopefully it turns out well. I know a lot of you guys are excited for the next NASCAR game as well. Yep, this is a 50%er. Look at John Hunter Nemechek. He's trying to go for his first career win down to the inside. Got Ryan Blaney behind him. He's a good driver on these super speedways to have behind you, trying to give you the shot. Problem is he's trying to battle another good super speedway racer of Eric Almirola, who's on his outside. Triple Draco, welcome to the stream. Going pretty good. Intense, to be quite honest right now. Schneider's trying to hold the pack behind him. By far the longest he has been able to hold on to the lead so far, as he has led every lap since the restart of the final stage. 21 laps to go. Can he hang on to the finish? And will we stay green to the end of the race? Everybody probably going to have to pit 2 more times. Schneider's still got 4 sets of tires left, so no problem there. Harvick's starting to fade back in that 3rd lane on the outside. Quinn Houff is inside the top 5. Eric Jones tried to take it 3 wide, didn't have enough of a run there. And Bobby Carter's in the middle lane, also inside the top 10. Blaney shuffled in the middle. Made some contact there. Quinn Houff's in the wall. Houff is in the wall, stacking the outside up, and we have another caution. With 21 to go, our 5th yellow of the race, and Quinn Houff will bring this one out. Might have had a tire go down, and that was dangerous at the front of the field. He was running about 4th place. Free pass to Eric Jones in 20th. And Houff was on the lead lap 2, and unfortunately that is going to knock him out of the race. Along with Ty Dillon, who we saw wreck earlier, Chase Elliott, who brought out the first yellow back on lap 8 earlier in the race. So everybody will hit pit road. 4 fresh tires and fuel. Schneider restarts from the lead, wins the race off of pit road. So he'll be the controlled car on the inside lane. Green flag back in the air at Daytona. 17 laps to go. Bobby Carter making... Yeah, I could imagine Bobby Carter making the playoffs. The only generated driver in this entire game. And the Cup Series as well. Blaney's got a massive run down the back straightaway. Oh, he almost got in the back of Harvick. Oh, got into his right rear. That would have turned him. Top 3, leaving a little bit of bottom open for Blaney. Nemechek going to go down a block off the exit of turn 4. Harvick going to stay on the outside. Almost ran into the side of the 12. 16 to go at Daytona. Nemechek with a run. Gonna go high. Schneider gonna hold on. Blaney down on the inside. Nowhere to go with the 99 hooked on that double yellow line, getting into the corner. Back to blocking multiple lanes again. McLeod gets a little loose. Get the 24 car pushing him from behind. Here comes Harvick 3 wide to the top. Insane racing here at Daytona. Ryan Blaney now to second. Imagine seeing him win his 4th career super speedway race. Got 15 laps to go. Just have to wait and see if they'll be able to do it. Schneider's led every lap of the final stage so far still, even through the caution as he won the race off of pit road. Blaney with a run up high. Schneider just able to move up just a tad. Blaney probably could have went a little higher. Chose not to. He didn't want to risk losing the middle lane. He still got the 4 car. Kevin Harvick behind him pushing. Kurt Busch, who we have not really seen in the top 5 all day, is up in the driver's seat in 2nd place. McLeod will make a career mode playoffs. He's had a good season. I think he's only got like 2 top 10s though. Like we see him run up towards the front a lot for whatever reason this season, but I think he's only got 2 top 10s in the first 14 races. Either DNFs or scores a bunch of stage points but doesn't get a good finish. Late race yellows and stuff. Keselowski back in the mix. All these Penske cars have really been up here. Joey Logano, who just got the free pass, all of a sudden is on the inside lane. He's about the 3rd or 4th car on the inside. confident pick going out wins the title. Well, he's out of this race, so he'll have one more super speedway to try and make the playoffs. The second race at Talladega, which will also be a 50% race before the end of the regular season on this career mode. DJ McLeod trying to go 3 wide to the inside. After talking about him making the playoffs, he wants to do that here tonight at Daytona. Schneider going to hold on to those bottom 2 lanes. Blaney going to get the push up high. Not much of a push. Schneider trying to side draft him. Not going to be enough. Ryan Blaney to the lead at Daytona. That was the first lap. Schneider's not led in the final stage so far. Kyle Busch back in the mix again. Over half the field's a lap down right now as well. Schneider's got a massive run down the back straightaway. Gonna look to the inside of the 12 of Blaney into turn 3. Blaney with the block. Not enough help from behind for Schneider right now. 11 laps to go at Daytona this time by, and now we have a caution for the 6th time. Caution with 12 to go. Got 4 laps under the caution, so we'll restart with about 8 laps left. Final pit stops of the race coming up. Everybody will be able to make it on fuel from here to the finish. Hit that like button if you have not already. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content and buckle up because this is going to be a wild finish. 8 laps to go. We're going to see who's going to win the race off pit road here. And a lot of these guys took fuel only, so Schneider's actually going to restart back in 17. David Reagan in 21st gets the free pass with just 21 cars on the lead lap. Blaney won the race off pit road. Green flag back in the air. He's got the freshest tires, but he's going to need to find a way to get up there. Yes, NASCAR 21 Ignition's the next NASCAR game coming out. Scheduled release date is October 28th. And if you pre-order it, you can get it 2 days early. Penske 1, 2, 3 at the front of the field. It is going to be tough to break those guys up before the end of the race. You know them to battle with each other, though, quite aggressively. Look at Hamlin making contact with Clint Boyer. Into the corner. Everybody hangs on to it. Oh, Jimmy goes up to block Schneider, and his run faded. 7 laps to go at Daytona. We'll go back to the normal camera to the end of the race. Schneider stuck 3 wide middle. First and second in the first 2 stages so far for Schneider here today. He has won the first 2 super speedway races of the season, trying to go 3 for 3. It'll be his 3rd career win at Daytona. He has never finished outside the top 2 in his first 3 career Daytona races. 2 Daytona 500 victories and a 2nd in our summer Daytona race last season. Kyle Busch leads the race. He broke past all the Penske cars. And in fact, Logano's actually lost a little bit of ground. And Blaney's starting to lose some ground. Hamlin Johnson go high. And look at Schneider getting a run on the inside. All over the back bumper of Clint Boyer. They'll give him a push into turns 1 and 2. And Mr. Daytona, Denny Hamlin right in line behind Schneider. Kyle Busch and become the 2nd repeat winner so far this season. Keselowski looked like he wanted to block Boyer. He couldn't do it. Boyer's got a couple cars pushing him. Schneider and Hamlin. Hamlin trying to get up there with his teammate Busch perhaps. Still got a 3-car tandem on the inside. Kyle going to block into the tri-oval. 5 laps to go at Daytona. Will they make it back to the checker? We've had 6 cautions so far here today. Busch again with a block into 1. Barely holding on clear. And now Boyer moves high. Schneider follows as well as Denny Hamlin. Trying to do something different now. They're going to get the run off the exit of the corner. Will Busch go up there to block? Right now, he is not going to. Blaney on the high side now in line behind Hamlin as well. Here comes Clint Boyer. Oh, Schneider brushed the wall. That's going to stall this run out for all these guys now. And Busch up to kind of maintain and block again. 4 to go. Kurt Busch, BJ McLeod down on the bottom. And Boyer's going to get shuffled out of line. A little contact. Schneider with another run. Oh, and he stalled himself out behind Kurt Busch. He pulled out of lane a little too late. Bubba Wallace, who has made some hard charges towards the front. On the bottom, Kyle Busch, meanwhile, getting way out ahead of the field. Power move for Schneider on the fresh tires to get the second off of turn 4. 3 laps to go for Kyle Busch. Schneider's closing in, and we have a caution at the back of the pack. Our 7th caution of the race. And this will set up our first overtime finish of the season. It took 15 races to get to an overtime finish, but we're going to have one here today. And Kyle Busch will be the car restarting from the lead. 3 pass going to go to Joey Gase in 21st. Nobody has taken the lead on the outside lane on a restart so far today. And Schneider's going to have to be the first one. He's going to need a major, major push from behind if he's going to be able to win his 3rd career race at Daytona. Maybe even just to keep this top 2 streak at Daytona alive. Green flag back in the air. Dead even with Busch. Going to try to side draft him as much as he can through the tri-oval as they get up to speed. Problem is, Bubba Wallace is not close enough behind him. Schneider getting to launch into turn 1, but he cannot clear Kyle Busch on the bottom. It'll take him a full lap to completely get up to speed here. Schneider trying to side draft the 18 car again down the back straightaway. And he may have side drafted him enough. Look at Kurt Busch up the middle. Going to break up the line on the inside. And now Kurt's going to push his brother Kyle. Contact on the inside. Schneider's in the wall. And into Bubba Wallace down on the bottom. And he's hooked on the 43 car. Cannot get off of him. My goodness. And the Busch brothers are getting way out ahead of the field. Schneider aggressively blocking and chopping off the 43 of Wallace. Top 2 are getting away. And will Kurt be able to make a move on Kyle for the win? Down the back straightaway one final time. Schneider's not quite going to have a big enough run, I don't think, to get around both cars. Will he help one of them try to win the race? Off of turn 4, one final time, Kyle Busch. It's been a long time since winning the Summer Daytona race. It was 2008, but he's going to win it again. Kyle Busch is a 2-time winner this season as he holds on in overtime to win at Daytona in this 80-lap event. Teamwork by the Busch brothers. Get them a 1-2 finish. Kyle Busch is the 2nd repeat winner now this season. And even though we had 7 cautions today, we actually never had the big one. Schneider got up into the wall trying to block Bubba Wallace up high and then down low on the bottom. The contact that he and Wallace made as he aggressively blocked him off for 3rd costed really anybody a shot to get around Busch, because even though Kyle Busch, that is, because even though Kurt Busch is right behind him, Schneider wasn't even close enough until they got off turn 4 to help Kurt get the run, and there just wasn't enough cars stacked up to get a run to get around the 18. So Kyle Busch restarted from the lead in overtime. survived the late caution to win this race. We'll take a look at the top 10. Kyle Busch with the win. Kurt Busch third. Worst finish at Daytona in 4 career starts for Schneider, third. Won a stage as well. He won stage 1, so that was a pretty solid points day all the way around. He'll obviously have the regular season championship lead still, which he would have anyway because he has well over 1 race lead in the standings. Bubba Wallace with a great run. He was in the top 5 most of the day, finished 4th. BJ McLeod gets his 3rd top 10 of the year, finishing 5th. 2nd top 5 as well for him. Eric Almirola 6th. William Byron 7th. Clint Moyer 8th. Brad Keselowski, who won stage number 2, finished 9th. How about Bobby Carter, the only generated rookie driver in the field? I guess he'd be in the 2nd season now in this career mode, but the only generated driver finishes in the top 10, rounding out in the 10th position. Only 21 cars finished on the lead lap. We had a caution in the middle of green flag stops in stage 2. It's trapped a lot of cars a lap down, as you see on the screen, and only 4 cars failed to finish the race, which would have been Austin Dillon, Quinn Houff, Ty Dillon, and Chase Elliott were the 4 drivers to DNF. Can't win them all, but you can do your best. Yep, that is very true. I gave it all I had. I obviously stalled out the lane on the inside when I made contact with walls, but then I stalled out the high side when I got into the wall and we were getting up to speed. Nobody had gotten to the lead all night long on the outside on the restart. It stayed true even in that overtime restart. Though I did come close, I just couldn't quite clear him. Once Kurt gave Kyle that push and they got connected on the bottom, I couldn't clear. And Kyle side drafted me enough, and then I ended up in the wall trying to block the high side in the middle of the corner. And a little too late by the time I got to the back of the one for second. But, I mean, we still have that massive points lead. Kyle, though, gets his 2nd win of the year, so that's 5 playoff points for him. That is pretty big. We had the fastest lap, 44.308. I'm pretty sure we led the most. Yeah, we led 34 of the 80 laps in this race. I'll have to go back through one of these days and find out exactly how many laps I've led this season, because we've led the most laps in a lot of races this year. The ones I haven't led the most laps, those are going to be tough to try and figure out. I'm going to have to skim through the stream when I was leading at certain points. Bobby Carter with the top 10. Let's go. Yeah. 11 wins. Taking Kyle Larson domination to a whole new level. Yeah, no kidding. Our average finish is going to go down a little bit with the 3rd place run today, but it's still solid. I think that broke our winning streak too. What was our winning streak before that? 1, 2, 3. We had a 3-race winning streak going into that race. We have, how many straight top 5s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 straight top 5 finishes right now. And Chicagoland was our only race outside the top 10 where we finished 13th. And we were leading that race with 3 laps to go until we blew both of our front tires and pancaked the wall and ended up finishing, a lap down the end of it. So, oh well. Next race at Homestead tomorrow. We'll go back to the 100% races. We only have one more 50% race this year, and that will be the next Talladega race in the regular season, which will be race number 24. So we got a little bit before that. So a bunch of 100% races coming up soon. But Homestead, hopefully tomorrow on the channel. And we'll see where we can run there. The 1.5 miles have been our Achilles heel so far this season, even though we did just win the last 1.5 miles at Las Vegas. The 2 before that, Chicagoland and Kansas, 3rd and 13th. Not bad at Kansas at least, but we'll see what we can do at Homestead. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the channel. No official start time for that one. We may have the NASCAR Fantasy Podcast tonight where we'll talk what happened with the Darlington race yesterday, all the fantasy fallout from that as well, and the updated power ranking to my top 10 are for the championship. If that does not come out tonight, that will be tomorrow before we end up streaming either the Heat 5 career mode or the Busch series, whatever I have time for. Again, I have to work on Tuesdays, so it's a little tough to schedule things out Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But that's going to be it. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Hit that bell notification button so you guys don't miss that post-race analysis video. live stream, I guess, as well as the next NASCAR video game race. Appreciate the support as always. Road to becoming a NASCAR commentator and also the road to 1,000 subs. We're approaching both along the way. One more so than the other very quickly, but nonetheless, thanks for your appreciation and support. Enjoy the rest of your Labor Day afternoon and night.